Hello and welcome to the Oyasumi podcast. The Oyasumi podcast. Um, you'll notice that I did not make an episode last week. That's because I had one of the worst weeks of my life, if not the worst week of my life. I've had quite a few not so great weeks since 2019, since the summer of 2019, since I graduated college. But I'm here. I'm back. So let's get down to it. I started this podcast with someone else that person will no longer be doing the podcast. I mean, a good motto I say is never say never. But as it stands, it's just me. That's the podcast. Just me, and you know, if you've been listening, it's been just me for a couple weeks. I think like 3 or 4 weeks. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into anything as it's all sensitive matters. But here I am. Let's check in. I'm not doing so hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I took, I think just 1 week. I think it was just 1 week off of this podcast, and I've been very proud that I've done this every week. I'm to be honest with you, quite proud of myself, and I'm going to forgive myself for missing a week, as anyone out there should give themselves forgiveness for, in America right now, I guess probably always, a lot of people are judged on their productivity, I think, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I think there's a healthy balance between I've got to get this done, I've got to be productive, and a healthy balance, of that, and I guess knowing when to take a break, when to forgive yourself and take a break. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It doesn't have to be get up, get your Starbucks or what have you, go and, I don't know, go to work, come home. It doesn't have to be like that, at least up here. I don't know if that any of that made sense, but that's what I'm saying. Look, I'm low energy today because of a multitude of things that are going in my life right now, but I showed up today, which is Monday. I'll release this tomorrow. So honestly, I was thinking on and off about changing the name of the podcast, but here's the thing. I really like the name of the podcast. I really like doing these every week. So I'm going to continue to do that. I also thought about maybe erasing the previous episodes and starting either this or whatever episode is after this as episode 1, but I'm not going to do that as of now. Again, never say never. I could change my opinion on the whole thing, and that's just my prerogative, I guess, because I don't like running away from things. Just because things aren't going so great for me right now, just because I started this on a kind of different format, doesn't mean that I need to abandon everything and start from scratch. I don't like the idea of running away, is what it comes down to. Again, that could change. But that's my thought process right now. And again, I feel like I've been going through a lot, and who knows what I'll think a week from now. I don't know. People change, man. But do they really? I don't know. Things change. I get what I mean by that is I might change my mind. I might. I want to keep doing this podcast as the Oyasumi podcast. We'll see what fate has in store. Let's talk about something else though. We checked in. We're good. I'm well, not great, but I hope you're doing good. And if you're going through it too, at least you have someone else who's going through it. I'm going through it as well. I said I would change the subject. How about that? I'm wearing my Steve Caballero hoodie, which is my favorite hoodie. I have a couple favorite hoodies, but this is up there. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't think anything really. I don't think this episode is going to be a whole lot of much. But again, I showed up. I don't even know what's going on in the world right now. I haven't been keeping up on news or anything, really. I've kind of been in this room and at work. Is that healthy? Maybe not, but it is what it is. I've been swimming. I've been swimming a lot lately. I'm a water person. I've always been like channel the energy of the seas. That's me. I'm a water person. Again, if you're a long time listener, you'll know that I'm into pirate shit. I've got a pirate Mickey somewhere back there in that pile. Water is like my element, I believe. Yeah, man, that's how I've been getting exercise. Let's go back to mental health for a little bit. Exercise is so great for mental health. And it's hard to remember that. I think when you have depression and all you feel like doing is just laying down and pretending you don't exist, essentially, it's hard. It's hard to go, that's what I need right now, as opposed to this is what I feel like right now, what I feel like doing, as opposed to what I need to do. I need the exercise. I need to not just pretend I don't exist. So hard to make that leap, to go, it would be best for me right now if I moved my goddamn body. That's what it is. I don't know how to fix that. I could try writing it on the wall. I mean, not literally writing it on putting something on paper and then putting it on the wall. Oh my God. This is so depressing. But swimming is my element. I've been swimming a lot. Talked about exercising and thoughts on that. But let me tell you something. I'm out of shit to talk about. I don't know where I was going with the water thing, but I don't know what else to talk about today, except the only thing that's trending right now is, again, the Jake Paul fight. I think I talked about this on the last episode. I think I talked about the last fight a little bit and how... Well, let's just recap. because I don't know what the Jake and Logan Paul deal is about. I'm too old. I don't pay attention. I don't care. Although recently I've been curious, because I don't know, because of the I don't know, at fights, I guess. So last night, it'll be 2 nights ago when this airs, but last night the Jake Paul fought, what's his name? Mayweather. Fucking Mayweather, the champ, the greatest of all time, 50-0. I've been a fan, a passing fan, meaning of combat sports, meaning my mother my whole life has watched UFC and boxing, and I enjoy it, but I don't know what's going on. I don't really follow things well. Does that make sense? I kind of know what's going on. I'm a fan at a distance. We'll say that. I'm a fan at a distance, just like I'm a fan at a distance. I'm a pretty big fan of the Portland Trail Blazers NBA team. Go Dame Dolla for life. Oh shit! I'll get back to Jake Paul, but I do want to talk briefly about the Trailblazers loss. We're out of the finals. We got beat by the Nuggets. Fucking Nuggets. Do you know how hard it sucks to get beat by a team called the fucking Nuggets? The Nuggets. What is that? You may as well throw a muck in there and make, for brand recognition, the Nuggets. Colorado. We got barreled. And this always happens. This always happens to the Blazers. It's part of loving a team that doesn't do well, relatively speaking. We make it to the finals, and then the wheels fucking come off, which is annoying. The wheels fall off once we get to the finals. I don't know what happens. At some point, the team's dick gets soft. You know what I mean? It's like they go, cool. And then I don't know. I'm not a big sports guy. I don't know if you could tell by my goddamn physique, but I've viewed sports for most of my life as, I'm going to be honest with you, something that's nerdy. And that's coming from someone with a fucking Donkey Kong plushie behind him. Do you know what I mean? In frame. I had a very different view of what something nerdy was growing up. I think that sports is some nerdy fucking shit. I just do. I'm going to, this isn't going to be the last time I'm going to talk about this. So, I don't know, prepare for that or whatever. But it's just silly to be that into it. And again, I'm super into stuff that people find silly. I just bought the Funko mystery minis. There was a 1 in 75 chance it was Aurora, and Aurora is what I wanted. And I fucking got Aurora, and I'm stoked about that. That's some nerdy shit. But what I feel is nerdy is people who watch college football when they haven't been they've never been to college, nor are they in college. They're adults that watch college sports. I don't understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I want someone to explain it to me. I would like to be in a discourse about this. But it's something that I've always viewed as fucking silly. And I know it's just what you love. If you love that, that's just what you love. And I just love something different. But I do like basketball, and I'm bummed that my team is it's out. Um, so there's that. Better luck next year. What have we got? Hopefully, a couple more years with Dame, who must be tired carrying the whole fucking team on his shoulders. Um, got really big shoulders, traps, whatever. I don't know. I don't know muscles either. I never paid attention. Health class. I don't know how a PP works. I do a little bit. Isn't that dope? 1 in 75. 1 to 75. That was gonna be Aurora. It turned out to be Aurora. Bing. I have to go to work now. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut the podcast right here, and I'll try to look up stuff to fucking talk about because I'm not doing that right now. And I'll edit what I have, and I'll come back. I'll probably be in a different outfit. Maybe I'll wear this to keep continuity, but I'll be back tonight to finish this bad motherfucker out. Life's rough, man. All right, I'm back. It's the next day. I went to work. It was a full-blown day. That's all you need to know. That's all I'm giving you. What was I talking about? I was talking about sports because of, the Jake Paul fight. The only thing that I had to note from that was that Floyd Mayweather was wearing an OnlyFans hat, which I thought was funny. That's great. I'm glad that he's repping creator owned content. That's super cool. It was just, I don't know. It was just funny. I watched some of the highlights. Floyd Mayweather won, of course. They're saying that Jake Paul went the distance with him. Here's the thing. I'm wondering if it was a little faked, because I don't know. It's hard to believe that Floyd Mayweather couldn't have punched his fucking nuts out whenever he wanted to. It's hard to believe that. Knockout, first 5 seconds. So I'm wondering if it was a little faked, and they're just, because here's the thing. They're trying to get money, right? If he didn't go the distance with Floyd Mayweather, the people who hate Jake Paul's fucking guts wouldn't have been satisfied. Does that make sense? So the fact that he did go the distance, everyone who is like, I want to see this cocky motherfucker get knocked out, they didn't get what they wanted. So that gets the viewers that were gonna watch anyway because they like him, they're already on board. The people who are hate watching this are gonna continue to hate watching it until he gets his fucking lights turned off upstairs. I think Jake Paul was a heavier weight than what Floyd Mayweather has ever boxed. So, I mean, there's that. There's also the fact that he's, Floyd Mayweather, and this is just this kid's, second fight, and they're just exhibition fights, really. So there were no judges, so it's not like an official thing. I don't know. The whole thing is just super strange to me. I don't know that I understand it. I mean, celebrity boxing matches, I don't know. Let's see where this beast of YouTube stars boxing goes. Let's see how long it lasts. Let's see if it fizzles out. I said this on the last episode, but I'm gonna research more about this fucking kid because he vexes me. Him and his brother. I don't know. They just look like douchebags. But then I don't know much about them, so they could be great people out there. I wouldn't know. I don't think they are, though. But that, judgment. I don't know. What else is there out there? Oh, yeah. There were pictures released from Indiana Jones 5. And when I saw that news, I felt something that I didn't expect. Because I'm usually I'm usually one who's like more. I'll consume it, and if it's bad, then I won't watch it a lot. But I felt when I saw the picture from Indiana Jones 5, I just thought, enough. Stop. He's so old. He's so old, which is fine. I don't want to be ageist. I'll watch it. Okay, it's not that he's old. It's that he's old and I don't think he wants to do it. I do not think that Harrison Ford wants to do Indiana Jones 5. I just don't. I think he's doing it for the money. Here's why I do want to see it. Why I would want it is because I want them to end it. I want them to but just put it out of its misery. I don't want the end to be 4 cuz I didn't hate 4, but let's be honest, it wasn't good. It had, oh my gosh, those CGI monkeys where Shia LaBeouf was fucking swinging in the trees. That was the silliest shit I've ever seen in my life. That was some silly fucking shit. I was like, this is Indiana Jones? Where are the temples with the walls and spiders? I've got Shia LaBeouf swinging around with monkeys? That's what you're giving me? You know, I didn't super hate it. Maybe they'll kill Indiana Jones off like they did Han Solo in just a dope way. I'd be into it, man. I'd be into watching Indiana Jones die. I love Indiana Jones, but enough already. I'd even watch it if they rebooted it, maybe. Like if they just found some guy that looks a little Harrison Fordish, but only like if they just made it darker, like Temple of Doom and shit. But I don't know. I guess they are just silly movies. Indiana Jones is great. It was never my super favoritist franchise. I love obviously the whole adventure stuff that is just the bee's knees. But I want them to bookend that shit. Do you know what I mean? No more of this giving Shia LaBeouf the hat. Ooh, maybe Shia LaBeouf will be no, he's not. He went crazy. Well, who knows? I don't know if he went crazy. Just end it. I beg you. I mean, look, Harrison Ford isn't going to do another one. How old is he? I can't look it up right now because my only device is filming right now. But he's pretty old. Does he have time to do another one? I don't know. Maybe he's not that old. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. He's great, though. He's the best. One of the best to ever do it.
The space between spaces.
Was that John Hurt? Again, I can't look it up. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. Look how far I got. Ford came out with a new truck. I can't remember the name. It looks a little silly, but it's cheap. I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, I could maybe afford that. And that's when you know it's cheap. It looks a little silly, but I'd still buy it. Anyway, I think that's the end for today. I'll try to give you a longer episode next week. A longer, more prepared episode. But I hope... Here's what I hope. I hope that you don't feel alone. I hope that you're doing well. I hope all the good things. And it's, as I said, a hard time for me right now. It's a hard time for a lot of people right now. Whatever you're going through, we're going to get through it. So I hope you feel, I don't know, not so alone. I hope you feel hope. And I'm going to try to feel hope too. I'm going to try for myself. And the truth is, hope feels elusive right now. It feels like something that I used to have, something that lived with dreams. I had something that lived with thoughts that I have, and it feels like it's gone right now. But that's not true. It's out there. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in me. It's going to take time. I guess all that I can hope right now is that it takes less time than I think. That's been the Oyasumi podcast. Thank you very much. Have a good night.